1.
Oh, 14th. Then there's Valentine of Terni, a bishop from the Italian city of Terni, also martyred on February 14th. And there was a third one, Valentine, who was a physician. And all three stories were merged pretty well over one because they lived within the same century. And the stories of the three men overlapped and blended. And in their legend, as it was absorbed, it became one Saint Valentine. All three were Christian martyrs, and they were executed under the Roman Empire. The Saints Valentine were not just historical individuals, they were symbolic vessels of devotion, healing, and moral ideas. They became an archetype of faithful love, healing, and spiritual courage. Behind Valentine's Day, there's a tangled web of persecution, some religious devotion, folk memory, and ancient fertility rites. His name, Saint Valentine, using the singular because they're merged into one, is associated with love, healing, and the human heart. Hearts for Valentine's Day, right? Saint Valentine lived in the 3rd century during one of the most dangerous periods of early Christian history. The Roman Empire was still officially pagan, and Christianity was seen as a destabilizing force or not to be practiced. In fact, it could lead to your death. Christians refused to honor the emperor as divine. They rejected participation in the Roman religious rites, and they maintained loyalties that transcended the state. At the time, Christians could be imprisoned, tortured, and even put to death for practicing their faith. The first Valentine comes from a legend that during Valentine's imprisonment, he befriended the daughter of a jailer and healed her blindness. Before he died, he left her a farewell note, and he signed it, "From your Valentine." That seems to be the origin of our Valentine traditions today. But there is another story attached to Bishop Valentine, which obviously was one of the priests. There seemed to be a woman in the village with 3 maiden daughters and did not have enough money for their dowries. So Bishop Valentine used to come at night and throw money bags into the windows so that, the woman would at least have money to marry her daughters. So either Valentine legend could be used, could be correct. We don't know whether they're absolute at all. Now, the secular romantic ideas associated with St. Valentine's, however, they are based on the spiritual values of the saint. The deeper meaning of St. Valentine's Day is not that of romantic love, but one of compassion, gratitude, and spiritual connection. The feast day on February 14th replaces the ancient Roman fertility festival of Lupercalia, again associating his name with romance. In medieval tradition, he became the patron saint of epilepsy. Epilepsy was once called a falling sickness and was believed to involve spiritual or divine forces. He's also the patron saint of beekeepers. I never thought of that one. These are sacred symbols of order, purity, and resurrection. He's also the patron saint of nervous disorders and fainting. Fainting was associated with the loss of vital spirits. Now, while the pagan feast of Lupercalia separated erotic and biological fertility, Valentine's feast reframed love as sacred, chaste, and spiritually meaningful. Saint Valentine, then, isn't just a saint of romance. He's a saint of the Sacred Heart. That's the place where devotion, courage, and love become one. So this year, when Saint Valentine's Day comes around, don't think of it as just a nice, happy feast day to fall in love or have a lot of fun that day. Think of the spiritual values: compassion, love, kindness, gentleness, and peace among other people. And yes, there is a romantic one, but it's also chaste and pure. So remember St. Valentine's Day. Have a good day. Celebrate peacefully and spiritually. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye-bye.